Welcome to the City Show. Pat O'Melia here. Are you there? Got my coffee? It was pretty cold last weekend. Actually, I have a media family member, I don't want to go into who has COVID. And has had COVID for the last, almost 3 weeks now. And it's a hideous, viral infection that you can get, a virus rather. It doesn't go away. And we've been to the ER and the urgent care, for that matter, was just at the ER for 5 hours, which is an event. COVID can stay with you for 60 to 90 days. You're going to keep testing positive. And the symptoms keep coming back. And in this case, the fever came back. 101, so off to the ER, RWJ Barnabas. Get to the ER. It's amazing some of the questions they ask you, but it's all these legal things, what gender do you identify with, all that sort of stuff. So we fill all that out. And funny, the first time we went before she was diagnosed, went in there and they actually said that she has COVID. I can tell you have COVID-I. And I guess when you deal with this, whether it's an emergency room or urgent care place, you deal with it every day. Like the urgent care, they said they were doing 20 cases a day, and this is recent. So COVID's never going to go away. But I tell you, when you're in an emergency room, they should have a cover chart. I should film just the waiting room. I always talk about views on the show, like how many people are really interested in the civics and all the sort of things in Jersey City. They would watch the ER waiting room. I'd get thousands of hits on that. And the whole trick, you're in that ER, is I'm trying to stay healthy from COVID. I haven't caught it. And now you're in the ER with whatever sicknesses are floating around there, and your job is to try to stay healthy again. And they give you a mask. Wear a mask. I need a friggin' helmet in this place. I don't need a mask. All right. Hopefully she beats this COVID. Funny thing is, one day you're good, one day you're not good. Very difficult. Our topics, James Solomon, a councilman in Jersey City, is going to audit a bunch of taxing agencies. Rent control issues in Hoboken and Jersey City. I'm weird on the rent control. Quick hits, we're going to talk about Hoboken new hires, hit and runs in Jersey City, and demolition at the AC Chevy on Kennedy Boulevard in Jersey City. You're watching The City Show. I'm Pat O'Melia. We'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, Jersey City. Hudson County's only monument maker, serving all faiths and cemeteries. Design, studio, and large inventory on site. Cemetery inscriptions and custom orders welcome. Burns Brothers Memorials, Monuments, and Markers, 787 Tunley Avenue, just south of Secaucus Road. Craftsmanship that will last for all eternity. Burns Brothers, Jersey City, Albert H. Hopper, North Arlington. Visit us on the net.
If you need to see a doctor, RWJ Barnabas Health has 2 easy ways to do it from anywhere. You can see an urgent care provider 24/7 on any device with our Telemed app. Or use our website to book a virtual visit with an RWJ Barnabas Health Medical Group provider or specialist, even as a new patient. You've taken every precaution, and so have we. So don't delay your care any longer. RWJ Barnabas Health. Let's be healthy together.
We're back, City Show. Pat O'Melia here. Now, going back to the COVID. We're in the ER, so they run like every test there is. Urine, blood, all these tests, swabbing, the checking for the flu and all that. COVID. But, as sick as she felt, he comes out with the blood test result. It's the best blood test result she has ever had in her life. Everything's just perfect. As crappy as she feels, this is the best blood report I ever had. Hopefully, nobody else gets the COVID. Hopefully, we beat this thing, but I don't know if we'll ever beat that. I don't even know how I'm managing not to get it. I got the vaccines and the boosters, but when you talk to the medical professionals, should I get another booster? They're like, James Solomon. I like James Solomon. came on the scene, I think, back in 2016, 2017. The debates are on our website on live stream. Don't forget live stream and YouTube. Follow, subscribe to us on YouTube, Twitter, all the stuff on the bottom of the screen, Instagram and all that. So you can go back. I remember he was a dark horse in that. It was Candace. Who was it? Well, not Candace Osmond. Osmond was councilwoman. I'm trying to think of the woman's name that she was the front runner. Wasn't the front runner. James won. James has been the councilman, I guess, since 2017 now. So he's there 6 years. And he announced last week that he's going to audit various taxing agencies. The word taxing is what we want to focus on here. The entities that James Solomon, Ward E councilman in Jersey City, is going to target is the actual city of Jersey City, the Jersey City MUA, Municipal Utilities Authority, the Jersey City Board of Education, the County of Hudson, and the County Schools of Technology. I guess that's High Tech and Secaucus County Prep here on Montgomery Street. What authority does James Solomon have to conduct these audits of these various taxing entities? And I want to remind you, all but the JCMUA do have taxing authority. The JCMUA has fees. They're not a taxing authority, and they're autonomous. When it comes to the County of Hudson and the Schools of Technology, he has no more pull than you or I. I guess you can Oprah information. It depends if the county wants to comply with the information being requested. They would have to comply on some of this stuff. What Solomon is talking about is what were called boat payments from some people retiring. He wants to know about this. He wants to know about hidden expenses into various taxing agencies. Now, when it comes to the city, I think he's fine. Like I said, Solomon is a Jersey City ward councilman. City-wise, yeah, he can audit the city of Jersey City. He can audit the Board of Education, but again, that's even getting a little gray there. Can he audit the Board of Ed? But maybe he can. I'm not sure he can do anything with the Jersey City MUA. That's an autonomous agency. We'll see how that goes. But I have a question. What prompts this audit idea here from Councilman Solomon? Now, there have been a bunch of these boat payments that have been done over the years. And what the boat payment is, it's a slang term for big money at the end of your career with the city. And how the boat payments come about is accumulated vacation and personal time and sick days. The last boat payment I remember in Jersey City, I guess, was Chief Zaki, Phil Zaki, who got all jammed up. You know, he had something, I forget the number, it was a ridiculous number, like $572,000 boat payment. It's like Zaki never took a day off in his life and never went on vacation, but it was a huge amount of money. And then he got jammed up and convicted, as I recall, of off-duty fraud. He was supposed to be providing security at the housing authority, and it wasn't showing up, and lost his pension. I think he lost his boat payment on that also. But that's the last time I heard of a boat payment in Jersey City, and that's going back a few years. So I'm not sure what has prompted this audit idea. Now, the Jersey City Board of Education, what the hell have you been waiting for, James? You know, where the F have you been? What have you been waiting for? I and many others have been calling for a forensic accounting of the Jersey City Board of Education for the last 3 or 4 friggin' years. When they keep coming up with these $1,200, $1,400 increases. What was the thing that prompted it? You've been a council person for 6 years. What happened now that said, I got to look at this? The last 3 or 4 years, you didn't think you had to look at it? The last 3 or 4 years, Jersey City property owners and renters. Don't forget, when the property owner gets hit with $1,400 a year increases, they're going to pass it along if they can. It's going to go with the rents. And that's what makes Jersey City so unaffordable, is these fees and taxes we keep getting hit with. And predominantly, you have to give full up and the council credit. They've held the line as much as they can on municipal increases. The Jersey City Board of Education has been beating property owners and renters over the head for the last 3-4 years. The city of Jersey City, you've been a councilman for the last 6 years. I would assume you have an idea about the expenses of Jersey City. You're an insider. You should know what's going on far better than I know, and I've been covering the city for a long time. Now, I question, is this Solomon showboating here for a possible run for mayor in a couple of years? I hope that's not the case, but I have to question that because what did you wait so long for, particularly when it comes to the Jersey City Board of Education? Yes, we need to look at the finances there. All right, we're going to break the commercial. You're watching The City Show. I'll be right back.
I've got cancer.
We've got the highest level of cancer care,
the latest clinical trials,
researchers working to find a cure,
and nurse navigators to guide you every step of the way.
At New Jersey's only NCI-designated Comprehensive Cancer Center, your safety has always been our top priority.
I've got cancer, but I also have peace of mind.
Jersey City Medical Center and Rutgers Cancer Institute of New Jersey. Let's beat cancer together.
Consumer Carpets, 3408 Kennedy Boulevard in the Jersey City Heights. Your one-stop store for residential and commercial floor treatments. Carpeting, linoleum, tiles, laminates, hardwood floors, area rugs, remnants. All major brands, all in stock. Free estimates, same-day installation. Consumer Carpets, it's savings, selection, installation. Credit cards and debit cards accepted. Financing available. Consumer Carpets, price to fit your budget, installation to fit your schedule. On the net at consumercarpets.com. Consumer Carpets, Jersey City, 201-792-2712.
Stevens Jersey City Ford, certified parts and service located at Route 440 and Communipaw Ave, is your #1 source for Ford and Lincoln automotive needs. We use certified Ford Motorcraft products to keep your Ford running in top shape. Motorcraft parts are backed with the Ford warranty, which includes a 2-year unlimited mileage guarantee. Our team will have the right Motorcraft part to ensure the best performance from your Ford or Lincoln. You can order in person at the parts counter or online. Let us help keep your Ford or Lincoln in the best shape at Stevens Jersey City Ford.
Panepinto Properties, Jersey City, shaping the workplace with state-of-the-art office spaces and addresses your company desires. Building residences that define your home environment, adjacent to all modes of transportation with on-site parking available. The right address, the right lease. Call 201-521-9000 or visit online at panepintodevelopment.com. Panepinto Properties, building Jersey City for everyone.
We're back, City Show. Pat O'Melia here. I applaud James Solomon for looking into the Jersey City Board of Education. We need a full forensic accounting there. The County of Hudson, the Schools of Technology, good luck with that. But what you should look into, and that's the Jersey City Board of Education. I assume, like I said, he knows what's going on city-wise. You've been there for 6 years. You voted on a bunch of budgets. You've seen the budget proposals. And he did, to his credit, he did get an ordinance passed where the departments are going to have to do a monthly report on overtime, provided the city ever gets the payroll department right, because it would be easy to generate an overtime report from the payroll department. Hopefully there's no more drama with city paychecks. Rent control issues in Jersey City and Hoboken. Hoboken just passed a controversial ordinance for rent control, and both sides are going to challenge this. There's going to be a referendum from the landlords and the renters, and we have a situation here in Jersey City. Right now, the facility in question is Portside Towers down on Washington Street. They were built, I think, in the end of the 90s. There's a problem with, are they rent controlled? Are they charging a fair rent? I'm kind of gray on rent control. See, I don't understand how government can dictate to a property owner or a corporation, a private sector, what they should charge for rent, unless something governmental is involved. I don't understand how government can dictate what the rent should be. Unless the government gave a tax break, maybe a tax abatement, maybe they bonded for money for the development. You just heard in Bayonne, they're going to bond $95 million for a movie studio. questionable if that's a good idea for the government to be loaning money to developers, but that's somebody smarter than me makes those decisions. You know, if the municipality, the government, let's use the word government, gave a variance, gave land, whatever the case is for that developer, then I can see the government having a say in what that property owner can charge for rent. Absence of all of that tax breaks, free land or bonding or tax abatements, that sort of thing, this is the United States. How can government say, well, you can build that building and you can have these apartments, but we're going to dictate what you can charge for your investment? And that's where I get bewildered about rent control. Why does government have a say in it? This is your investment, or investors, whatever the case is. I remember going back when I was a kid, you know, that was a dream to, be able to work hard, get a down payment to buy a house with rental units. For that matter, Frankie Valli, when he first made it big, his first real check, he bought, I think it was a 2 or 3 family home. And that's when he felt he made it. And this is Frankie Valli, the Four Seasons. For that matter, the studio I'm taping in, these guys were in this studio when it was the VIP Lounge. I'm in the Seaside studio today. For that matter, Joe Pesci was a singer in this very room. And he became involved with the Four Seasons, and he was kind of like their roadie. Long story, that's a whole other show. But when I was a kid, like I said, you know, people, they would work their butts off to buy these buildings. Like I said, with Frankie Valli, when he was able to buy that house with, 2 rental units, he felt he made it. He was secure in life because he owned this home. And that's part of the American dream, to own your own home. And if you're smart enough, like I told my kids to do, get involved in real estate. You know, our house in Jersey City, it's the kids' house now in Jersey City. And they purchased property down the shore. Now they're looking at either developing some more property or buying another piece. When they're my age, they'll be well off because of getting to do that, being involved in real estate. And again, with the rents, it always makes me wonder when people say, well, I moved to Jersey City 4 or 5 years ago, and I'm paying way too much in rent. Well, you know what it was when you got here? Especially when they escape from New York and come to Jersey City. It's like, whoa, we can see New York, and we're paying like 30% less in Jersey City. I'm way more sympathetic to born and raised people in Jersey City when they complain about rents. But the same thing with affordable housing. How is private sector responsible for affordable housing? That affordable housing is the feds, the state, the county, and the city to develop that, not put the onus on private sector to build affordable housing. And we created a lot of this problem with development, with the magic words that I complained about many times, density. We build for those who don't live here yet. Then we attract these people, come over from cross the Hudson River, come to Jersey City. We build for those who don't live here. I'm born and raised here. We never had a housing problem when I was a kid. And, we had families when I was a kid that had like 3 or 4 children, and they would be able to get a 6 or 7 room apartment in Jersey City. For the most part, we never really left Dogpatch. You'd find those dwellings in Dogpatch. All of those now that were 6, 7 room apartments, they're condominiums now because those owners got away from the rent control issue. They said, I'm not going to deal with rent control. I'm going to make them condos. And they sold the condos or they rented the condos, whatever way they worked at. But we created a lot of our own problems. Now, let me break for commercial. I'll finish this and we'll get in the quick hits. You're watching The City Show. We'll be right back.
Jersey City Medical Center has a passion for heart health. We're Hudson County's only full-service heart hospital with innovative technologies and premier cardiovascular physicians, a partnership with Rutgers Health, the latest technology and medical advancements, and nationally renowned care for every heart in every community. Whoever your heart beats for, our hearts beat for you. Jersey City Medical Center.
Newport, the luxury waterfront community on the Hudson River, offers a quality of life you deserve in one of our many high-rise towers. with amenities such as the on-site Newport Path, light rail, Newport Town Square, 3 playgrounds, dog run, upscale restaurants, retail giants like Kohl's, JCPenney, Macy's, and Target. Morton Williams and Acme Supermarket are just outside your front door. A health and fitness center, skating rink, and medical facilities are also on site. Enjoy the New York skyline from our waterfront and various parks. Manhattan is just one pass stop away, or a quick ride through the Holland Tunnel. Nursery and private elementary schools all on site. 12-screen movie theater at the Newport Center Mall. Looking to visit? Stay at the Westin or Marriott Hotel. For more information, visit us at newportnj.com. Make lasting memories to cherish forever. It's incredible. It's you, Newport. Live like you want.
Jersey City Medical Center is healing, enhancing, and investing in Hudson County because your heart doesn't beat just for you. So get it checked. When your bones are healthy, it lifts us all. We're delivering joy daily in our Lord Abbott Maternity Wing and providing New Jersey's only NCI-designated comprehensive cancer center. We'll continue building our medical network and taking every precaution for your safety so that we can all be healthy together.
We're back. You're watching The City Show. Getting back to rent control and the lack of affordable housing. All that, we created this problem. Make no mistake, we created this problem. We created this rent issue when we started building rental units on commercial properties. They had no children how to go to school. There was very few city services that were required. And then we started developing those properties, putting rental units on and residential units. And there became the affordability issue here. Look at Journal Square. Look at Route 440, look at Jersey Avenue, look at almost any parking lot in Jersey City, look at the Canco Loft. Canco Loft used to be an American Can Company. There were no children there. There were no city services. It was industrial. Now it's a condominium. Everything around the Canco Lofts were parking lots at that time. Now they're residential units. The Brunswick Towers in my old neighborhood, that was an industrial site. Condominiums now. Look at Tippy's. The old Tippy's Charcoal Heaven. It's going to be residential units. AC Chevrolet, which we'll be getting into with Quick Hits, that's going to be residential units. We created the high rents here with the call for density and the lack of industrial properties where people could actually live in Jersey City and work, and those industrial properties didn't have the expenses that go along with residential properties. Like I said, no school requirements, no kids going to school, no city services were needed. All of that, the short-sightedness with how we developed Jersey City is now coming back to bite us. And the thing is, we continue to do it. Like I said, look at Journal Square. Economic engine, it's going to be a neighborhood now. Route 440, that was all industrial, commercial. It's going to be a neighborhood now. Bayfront and Water Street, all of that. So when we started wondering about the high rents, is we created these high rents by attracting so many people to come to Jersey City, where the indigenous Jersey City, the born and raised, it's hard for them to afford to live here because a lot of them don't even work in Jersey City anymore because we don't have jobs. That's why we have no budget. We can go on and on about this. But the rent control, going back into it real quick, it was American dream to own your own building, hopefully get some rental units in there, invest in property so you could pay for the mortgage and have generational assets that you can leave to your children to ensure their future. Now, I don't think private industry was ever supposed to be in the business to provide housing for the masses. They're in the business to make profit, take care of their families. That's their first responsibility. The rent control, again, I've always been cloudy and bewildered on that. All right, Quick Hits. Hoboken. Hoboken's hired some new people. Remember what I was talking about last week about shared services? Boy, here's a really good example of shared services. Hoboken has hired 2 full-time social workers and a public safety spokesperson. Now, the County of Hudson has many social workers. Why the hell would Hoboken need to hire 2 social workers who are going to receive a salary, benefits, pensions, all paid for by the residents of a very expensive city, Hoboken? Here's another city when we look at how it was redeveloped there, where it went from industrial to all residential, and they wonder why things are very expensive there now. The county has social workers. and why the public safety needs their own spokesperson. How many spokespersons do you need in a town that's a little more than a square mile? You know, Jersey City, we got one spokesperson. I think Stan Easton also steps in when Kimberly is not available. Hit and runs in Jersey City. I know you say hit and run, you always think about Amy DeGeese, but there are a lot of hit and runs happening in Jersey City. They are awful. That said, it's a two-way street being in the street, no pun intended there. As the vehicle operator and the pedestrian, they both have to be aware of the environment and their surroundings. You know, there's the old days we grew up, cross at the green, walk across at the green, look both ways, all that stuff. I am both a driver and I am a pedestrian. Where I look both ways when I cross the street. I make sure it's safe for me to cross the street. Just recently, in the span of like a week, pulling out from KJ's, and I'm looking at my side view mirror to make sure Central Avenue is clear so I can pull out. As I turn my head back to look forward, there's somebody standing in front of my van crossing the street who also came out of KJ's. Again, you got to be, I stopped myself, or, you're starting to pull away from hitting this person. Then I'm coming out of the Seaside studio. I'm across from the Quick Check on Route 37. It's like 3 lanes. And waiting for the light to change. I said, I guess daydreaming, looking at the light. Light goes green. All of a sudden, here's this idiot that steps in front of the car with a coffee in his hand. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You jumped, you dumbass. You're crossing the friggin' highway here. Now, I was fortunate to stop. The guy in the far lane had a little screeching brakes when this guy continued to keep going. Everybody has to be aware of the surroundings and the environment. If you're going to cross the street, look both ways. If you're making a turn into a street, be sure the crosswalk is clear. And one other thing I want to bring up. A-pillars in car. What is the A-pillar? That's where your windshield meets your door. They are very wide now in these newer cars. And, you ever see those things where you like crush a person's head with your finger? It's a matter of perspective. As you get closer, of course, you can't. That's what happens when you're making a turn, especially left-hand turns to some of these crosswalks. That individual in the crosswalk can get obscured by that wide A-pillar until you get to the position of the car that all of a sudden the person is back. The relationship between space and the A-pillar. I think that's one of the causes of a lot of these accidents. People don't see it until too late that person's in the crosswalk. And demolition at AC Chevrolet, that's going to be a residential complex there. They damaged the retaining wall. There's actually a bridge that goes over JFK. It goes over the covered roadway, 139. There's a note we should make, a mental note, when we start construction at C.H. Martin's on Journal Square, because that's the exact same type of retaining wall, just that bridge over JFK Boulevard goes over the PATH trains. All right, I'm out of show. You be good. You be safe. I'll talk to you next week. Good night.